In this week's The Masked Singer recap show, we discussed the double elimination that had everyone shocked, the first time use of the take it off button, and yes, Ken got it wrong. And our Masked Singer detective Kyle reveals his final prediction. Does he get it right? Let's go. Hi, I'm Mel.
And I'm Kyle.
And welcome to the Talent Recap Show. As always, it was another great week on The Masked Singer, and we had not one, but two eliminations, you guys. Pepper is gone and Jester is gone. Kyle, I'll let you talk about these reveals.
Yeah, so the Pepper was revealed to be Natasha Bedingfield, and the Jester was revealed to be Johnny Rotten from the Sex Pistols, just like we guessed.
Yep, time to give you that round of applause, man, because once again, you got not one, but two of the reveals correct. And you know what? Usually I would give everyone the rundown, but I don't even know where we are in this count. Is this like what, 620 something? I don't know, 50, like 53, 54?
I don't know,
something
but
like that.
Unfortunately we didn't have a chance to reveal the Pepper in our shows, but you can always find all of our predictions on talentrecap.com. And on there, I can assure you from night one, we knew this was Natasha Bedingfield. Her voice is so distinct, and honestly, I'm shocked she went home before the finals for Group A.
Now let's talk about the Jester. No surprise there, you also revealed him as Johnny Rotten. I love how when he took out the mask, he was like, yup, Johnny Rotten here.
Fully in character, I mean, you gotta love it. He definitely knows who he is and is very confident in that. And I think that's why it was so obvious in his performance who it is. But that means that we have the Bull and the Skunk in the Group A finals in a few weeks, and so that is going to be quite a matchup.
Listen, first of all, let's talk about Skunk. That voice, though. That voice,
yeah.
it's you know what? Winner prediction.
She's incredible,
soon.
and she is the only one that we haven't unmasked yet, so I don't want to get ahead of ourselves here, but could be hearing more about her soon.
All right, you guys, let's talk about something that's never been done before. The take it off button was pulled out, and Ken decided that he knew who was underneath the Pepper mask. Of course, he was wrong. No surprise there, honestly. But it was cool to see what happens when the take it off mask, take it off button comes out. Kyle, how did you feel about that moment?
Yeah, again, and we'll see next week. Maybe it'll get used for Group B, and maybe the person will actually be right. I mean, that's something that, again, has made this season so unpredictable. It's made our jobs even harder because we have to anticipate if someone's going to press the button and guess someone. So I think it does add kind of a fun new dynamic to the show and a little bit of unpredictability in the show that's otherwise a little predictable.
But anyways, you know what? I think it's time to get into our favorite moment where Kyle, you are going to reveal one of the remaining characters on The Masked Singer. Now listen, you've been doing your thing this whole season. Like I never question you. Some people are questioning you, but how are you feeling about this next reveal that you're gonna do? Matter of fact, who are you going to do?
Oh, I'm feeling really confident, and today, our last reveal of season 6, we are revealing the Skunk.
Okay, Kyle, you know what's funny? I know who this is. I don't know really how the clues line up, but I know the voice. So I'm waiting for you to tell us how the clues line up. But first, let's debunk the Skunk. Who's not the Skunk, actually?
All right, so we definitely have to get into some of the clues here, but first that starts with debunking some of the most popular theories. One of them is that the Skunk is Lauryn Hill. I mean, I get it. This is obviously an iconic R&B voice. But in the Skunk's clue, she literally said miseducation, and there is no way that they would use such an obvious clue if it really was Lauryn Hill. And also, I just don't think it sounds like her voice. So I think based on that, we have to say that that theory is debunked.
Completely debunked. And let me just say, if Lauryn Hill was on this show, she wouldn't be able to get on the stage until 2024. She's late to everything, you guys. There's no way she's gonna be on The Masked Singer this season. Like, let's be honest. But continue your debunking.
Yes, and then another one that we have to debunk based on actually a clue that we heard this week. So she mentioned that Etta James said that she would want to play her in a biopic, or that she would want, the Skunk to play her in a biopic. And so in an interview with Today, Etta James mentioned two people that she would want to play her in a biopic. The first one is this one that we're debunking, who is Mary J. Blige. And we've seen that as a very popular guest on the internet. Again, that clue perfectly lines up, but some of the clues that don't line up, Skunk mentioned going to college, and Mary J. Blige did not go to college. And also Mary J. Blige is 5'9", and I think that's too tall for the Skunk. This has to be someone a little shorter. So based on those clues, we have to say that that theory is also debunked.
Definitely debunked.
So now let's get into who the skunk is for real. So we saw a clue that had soul written on it, and this is a soul singer. We also saw the vase with a D on it, and this is definitely an R&B diva. It also mentioned that she likes the executive suite, and this is someone who co-executive produced the show R&B Divas Atlanta and also R&B Divas Los Angeles. And finally, that clue tonight about Etta James wanting her to play her in a movie perfectly lines up with the skunk being
Drum roll.
Faith Evans.
Yes. Kyle, I knew it. Like I said, I had no clue how the clues lined up, but I did know that voice. Give us some more.
All right, so let's talk through the rest of the clues. So in the first clue package, she said she was quick to get into a fight, or at least that's the perception of her. We saw a newspaper and talk of tabloids, and there was a lot of press around her, relationship with Notorious B.I.G. When he died, and so that definitely lines up there. She talked about getting a full ride scholarship, and Faith Evans did attend Fordham University in New York City on a full ride. But she also mentioned getting unexpected news that changed everything and ended in her leaving college. And that was when she had her daughter, China. And so that clue lines up as well. She also talks about recently taking a break to focus on her family. And she got married to Stevie J in 2018. We also saw her pull out this big book of acting. And acting is another part of Faith Evans, or another tool in Faith Evans' toolbox, if you will. She's done a lot of acting. We also saw the pufferfish in her clues, and she and Toni Braxton have performed together, so that lines up. She mentioned Empire in one of her clues, and though she's never appeared on the show Empire, she did appear as a guest judge on an Empire-inspired episode of RuPaul's Drag Race, so that can be the connection there. And the Masked Singer is always trying to throw us off with these clues, so that's a perfect one there. We also saw the number 607 on a pager, and according to Urban Dictionary, this is news to me, pagers are maybe a little bit before my time, but apparently 607 is a pager code for I Miss You, and obviously one of Faith Evans' most popular and well-known songs is I'll Be Missing You. So I think that also lines up way too perfectly. She had a boombox in one of her clue packages, which is really reminiscent of the 80s and early 90s, which is when she was probably at her peak of fame. She also mentioned if she could go back in a time machine and, give a hug that could change the course of history. And I think, this could be talking about the loss of Notorious B.I.G. Again, there was a lot of controversy, around that time and, around their relationship. And so I think she might feel some sense of guilt based on that she's referring to there. So I think that is another big clue that points to, this loss that she experienced and, what she might be saying about that period of time in her life. And finally, she's mentioned in this week's clues as well that she has kids. And Faith Evans has 4 kids, so that lines up as well. And like you mentioned, I think Faith Evans just has such a recognizable voice and such a distinct voice that is really just the cherry on top of connecting all of these clues and proving that the skunk is Faith Evans.
I mean, Kyle, congratulations for just unmasking everybody for the past 6 seasons, man.
It's been so fun, and going through all these clues and everything, I mean, there's always new things to learn about these celebrities, and it's really impressive how much they've accomplished. And again, just matching it with the voices, it's been an awesome season of The Masked Singer, and I'm excited to see who takes home the golden mask.
First of all, let me say that 607 clue. Wow, that was such great research there. But first, I have to ask the people watching, how do you guys feel about Kyle's prediction? Is the skunk Faith Evans? Let us know in the comments below if you agree or disagree. If you missed any clues, of course, let us know. If you disagree completely, which I don't know how, but hey, I'll let you do your thing. Let us know in the comments below how it's not Faith Evans. I'm intrigued to see how you're gonna go and navigate that. All right, Kyle, but I wanna say that I do have some tea on one of the clues that you did use for your reveal. You know how you said that Faith Evans is married to Stevie J since 2018? Well, he literally filed for divorce yesterday. But I'm gonna get into that tea in our breaking news segment, so stay tuned for that, you guys, okay? Yeah, that family is no longer a thing. But hey, She's still on The Masked Singer, and that's what counts, right?
Yes.
So you've done all the reveals. We're gonna get to the portion where we have to make our winner predictions of the season. I'm a little nervous about this. Do you have any idea who you kind of sort of might be leaning towards too? You don't have to say it yet. I just want to know. Do you have any feelings?
You know, I don't know, but I will say that of the two groups, I definitely think that Group A is the stronger one. So I think I was really sad seeing Natasha Bedingfield go home tonight. And, you know, I think if she would have been in Group B, she probably would have made it to that final.
All right, heard it here first. Let us know in the comments below, you guys, if you have any tea on who you think should win the show or who you want to win the show. I think maybe next episode we might do our winner prediction. Kyle, I gotta think about it some more. I think you do too, but stay tuned for that, you guys. And I think it's time for us to wrap up this week's episode. Let everybody know where they can find you on socials.
Yeah, I'm K-Mount Pleasure on Instagram and Twitter.
And then you could find me at _MELBAE, but most importantly, make sure you're following us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, whatever social network they're making up right now, we're gonna be on it. It's at Talent Recap on all platforms, you guys. And I think it's time for us to say, and that's our Talent Recap.
Hey, what are you doing tonight? Well, I think you should hit the subscribe button down below and then we can talk.